They did it again!
There's yet another scene after the credits, but this one is the most egregious of all. It's almost half an episode, but it barely has any bearing on anything. The one plot point that actually matters is Himura finally coming home to find a paper airplane from Yuko asking him to help her. Wow. I just realized how little this guy deserves love. The existence of this airplane is only possible if Yuko came back to the apartment to get her bag after she ran into Amamiya. So how long did Himura wander around like a complete idiot? Why would he do that? Especially after this conversation.
So come home early. Your home is my home. This is my home too. We're sharing our lives.
Well, he clearly doesn't care then. He'd rather wander around like a moron instead of doing the one thing Yuko asked him to do. And yeah, I know I gave her shit for that one request, but still, this is the life Himura chose. It's what he wanted. He sacrificed everything to protect and save this girl, but Amamiya says one thing to him and he apparently forgets all of that and stops trying. What a pathetic sack of bitch.
Can someone say storytelling? Because no one who worked on this show could.
We kick things off with Yuko back in school. Nagi confronts her and tells her not to make Himura unhappy before we join her on the rooftop with the name of the episode blanketing both sides of the screen because fuck you, it's whatever.
Don't make him unhappy. That's exactly what I wanted.
Did these writers have Alzheimer's?
You already completely dropped this motivation. You can't just pick it back up and pretend that's what she still wants to do. She gave up on Himura being too late and ran away with him. She gave up on trying to make him unhappy when she decided to live with him, make him dinner every night, and spend as much time with him as possible. Unless it's now being implied that her panic attack was actually intentional and targeted at making Himura unhappy. But then why would she leave a note asking him to help her?
It just raises too many questions.
I have no idea what Yuko's actual character motivation is. She's so inconsistent and self-contradictory that she might as well not have one. You know, they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Well, that's not going to happen. Caring time is over.
For those with actual memory disorders, Yuko and Himura forcibly exposit their motivations for roughly 6 days. Man, can't you just feel the respect for your intelligence?
I should have realized sooner how I felt. If I had just admitted sooner that I loved her.
I should have been honest from the start and told him I loved him.
Well, I mean, you could save him from future pain by killing yourself. Yuko comes home having cut herself, so Amamiya slaps her around, then hugs her, and then slams her up against a wall. Because he's insane, you see. Isn't that just the most interesting thing ever?
But I will bear the memory of my sister forever. Go home.
You can't just slap a guy with no emotion like it's just a thing you do. Is that how this dude ends every conversation he doesn't like? Oh man, what a great shoot. I'm parched. Yeah, me too. Alright, well, I don't know much, but I got milk, water, and beer. What do you have? Do you have any fruit punch? No. See? That's why Evangelion is one of the best anime of all time. You got a good point. Let's watch some more. Hey Joe, come on in. What the fuck? That's it. Ah! The hell was that for? Oh.
Amamiya kicks the crap out of Himura, prompting Yuko to brandish the ancient ceremonial knife of the Aztecs, but she doesn't do anything with it. Gee, what else is new? However, Amamiya grabs Himura's sketchbook to see that Himura has drawn pictures of his sister. He runs off, leading to the one and only plot point of this entire series that makes any sense.
Her face, her expression, it's all here. Why couldn't I remember it? Why couldn't I draw it? Why?
You might have forgotten all the relevant pieces by now, so I'll just sum it up for you. Sorry if you do remember, but whatever. Much like Nagi, Amamiya has lost the ability to draw or paint. However, unlike Nagi, who was just angst for the sake of angst, he can't draw because he can't draw his sister. The reason he beats and abuses Yuko is because he can't remember what his sister looks like, and instead, he can only see Yuko's face. Finally, there exists a character in this show with well-established motivation and psyche. And it's the damn despicable villain!
Bullshit! You know, I wish our protagonists, the characters we're supposed to like, could actually have this much development as well. As in the bare minimum.
However, because this show can't actually succeed due to its myriad of failures, this scene undoes Yuko's entire character motivation. Amamiya decided to accept Yuko as a substitute for his dead sister, and that decision has led to the situation we see now. Choosing to do so ruined his life and, by extension, Yuko's life. Therefore, accepting Yuko as a substitute sister was the wrong choice. Logically speaking, this must mean that not accepting Yuko as a substitute sister was the right choice. Therefore, Himura did the right thing. Q-E motherfucking D. Yuko's arbitrary contrived desire to be someone's substitute sister was wrong. Her decision to be adopted by the Amamiyas was wrong. And her absurd need to punish Himura for her own bad choices has now been proven objectively wrong. And yet, as of this very episode, Himura is still proclaiming that not accepting Yuko was a mistake. There are no words.
Now that's fucked up.
But what I'm about to tell you is the most damning indictment of this entire series and all its many failures. I've already talked at length about how all the changes they've made have ruined this show, but prepare your mind for an all-new level of unbelievable suck. Every single thing that has happened after Yuko revealed herself and her story to Himura in the church has been completely fabricated. It's all made up. Every single thing. Nothing from this plot occurred in the visual novel except for a few select short scenes tossed in randomly and even out of order. Himura's confrontation with Amamiya, the entire runaway plot, Amamiya stalking them from the shadows, Yuko inexplicably returning home, and this completely overblown final confrontation at the Amamiya estate never fucking happened. Do you understand what that means? I mean, really, do you? Every single last thing that I've been bitching about for these last several episodes lies squarely on Shin Onuma and his writing staff. They are the ones to blame for tossing the best story of the entire F novel into the sewers and pissing on its corpse. This is not Sentai's fault, it's not Minori's fault, it is the ultimate failure of this anime as an adaptation. They really couldn't create anything good. They really are that terrible.
Now that's fucked up.
Anyway, after Amamiya finally snaps and the artists fail to do perspective properly, he sets the house ablaze to die with the painting of his sister. For what can only be described as no reason at all, Himura actually wants to try and save him, but Yuko and a collapsed ceiling prevent the idiot from making yet another inexplicable mistake.
I must hold this face to waste more time.
Well, hey, they did cut away from the shot for a total of 1 second and put a really bad burning film effect on it, so that doesn't count, right?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
This is like 15 deep 27 me. Kuze blathers about there being nothing left when he dies because I guess he plans on disappearing like Yoda or some shit. And after more 89 deep 103 me imagery, we see the 24th date crossed out, only to cut to the 24th of the month circled. Wow, more great work, team. Maybe if you weren't so busy sniffing glue and splashing clip art, you'd actually accomplish something of value.
It must be really painful.
Yes. Quite ironic.
Okay, whatever. Mizuki gets a key and a piece of paper. Enough of this pointless crap. Kuze finds a letter from Mizuki in his door, and after he gets overjoyed at not having to die anymore, or something, the episode ends.
No, it doesn't. Not again. Cut to the end of the credits. Do it now.
I came to ask for some courage.
Courage.
They're for a friend of mine named Yuko Amamiya.
You.
Huh?
Then you are.
They did it again. They put the most important plot point of the entire episode after the credits again. I mean, yeah, it's not like they completely resolved it, and we'll get to it next time, but how can they keep doing this? Especially to me. I mean, I've got to cling to every single last scrap that matters. If I don't, I'll have nothing left. Seriously, guys, I'm begging you. Go watch an anime that isn't F before our next chapter. Please.
Let it all out.